you clicked on this video, you are probably like me and have hooded eyes. Maybe you have a little bit of crepiness in your eyes and you think, I like the cut crease look, but if I add all those layers with the concealer and all that, it just is so heavy on my eye, or I just can't quite get that cut crease right with the hood to get the color to still show up. I am finally trying the Crease Piece. They did send this over to me complimentary too. There is round, almond, and a wing crease piece shape. So I have been playing around with this and the brushes. This is the almond. So that is the shape of it. So the brushes are numbered. I'm going to use number 1 is the skinniest one. I like to also use this for eyeliner as well. It just is really a nice, and just to kind of wing it out if you want. I'm going to go in with a darker brown on the number 1 brush. You can place this, you want to just kind of go where your crease is. Oops. And then just kind of bring it down. You're not pushing, you don't want to push on your lid, just lightly holding it over. So again, just kind of where it falls, and then bring it down and just lightly press against your eye. Really, really lightly. You don't have to go hard. Am I in the right eye? No. Jeez Louise, I almost messed up on that one. Okay, so this is the left eye. So again, you're just gonna see where your crease is and then just follow the line. I'm just going to take the number 4 brush and I'm just going to kind of blend that out as we're going. And when you first get this, I would kind of play around with it because the placement can make a difference. Then number 2 brush, it's a little bit of a puffier brush. It has a little more give, but it's not like fluffy. Go in with a little bit of a lighter shade, but still brown. Okay, so I'm gonna do the same thing. And we're just adding dimension by adding another color. And since the brush is a little bit bigger, it's diffusing the color more. Just always like to blend. This is anytime, but blend in between. Then I'm going to take the number 3 brush. This is where you're going to go with your lightest color. I'm going to add a kind of peachy color. I'm going to go back to the number 2 brush and just add a little bit more. By the way, I really like these brushes too. The handle is tapered at the bottom, so it feels easy to hold. Blend out. And then you have that crease without having to add a lot of layers. Now, if you wanted to add some shimmer on your lid, then you could do that. Or if you want to just leave it as is, and I just want a little bit more definition because I haven't put any product on there, I'm just going to take I'm going to go in with that number 4 brush on the side that I wasn't using, and just a real light color, and I'm just going to pat it. But you want to do this as your final step, because if you want to add something right here, because if you add that, it will get onto the crease piece. So it's pretty easy. I feel like the biggest challenge maybe when playing with it is just to get your placement. So now to go to the other eye, you want to remove this and we want to put on the right eye. It just slides over that and do the same thing. Here is a look number 1 with the almond shaped. If I knew I was just going to use the shimmer, I wouldn't have put down the kind of white eyeshadow, I would have just, on my lid with nothing on, I would have just put this directly on there. But this is nice because you're not having to put that concealer as an extra layer on your lids. Stand out a little bit more if you want that shimmer. There you go. For today's look, I'm going to use the Wing Crease Piece. And as I mentioned, I'm going to use the same palette. I'm going with the smallest brush, number 1, and work our way. Put it where the crease is, and then down. I'm going to take a little bit a lighter color, and actually I'm going to do more of that over here. I'm taking an orangey color, and then I'm just going to put that over here. Go with the number 2 and go in with that original darker color that I used just over here. Before I step away or take it away, I'm just gonna use the bigger blush or bigger brush. So this definitely goes more in. I mean, you could take it not all the way over, but you could, I think you can see the difference in the shapes. So let me blend this out. I'm just taking that big fluffy brush and just kind of making sure that that's flipping upward. And again, to change, you're just gonna boop, and then put this one on. Oh yeah, you could just bring it to here, you know, if you didn't want it all the way over. Just kind of play around with it. And I will say that it definitely gets easier the more I have played around with this. And I have not noticed, I've used the brushes with a few different shadows, and I haven't noticed any fallout. If I take that small brush and I'm gonna go in with the darkest brown, use that as a bottom eyeliner. I'm not wetting the brush. See how you can just get really close. And again, this is not even wetting the brush. I really like this. Flipping it up. See, it's super nice. Here is the eye look using the Wing. I put on some under eye patches. I love doing this when I'm doing my eye makeup because it just gives some extra hydration under my eyes. I'm going to use the same palette, and today we're using the round crease piece. So same thing, I'm going to slip that on. This time I'm going to try it not blending in between each and just see what happens here. Use the fluffiest brush, number 4, to blend that out. So I want to switch that to the right eye. I hold it down at the very bottom because I feel like that helps to make sure I'm not pressing too hard. If you're going to hold it up here, there's more likely that then you're going to be pressing it harder. So just hold it down there. As I suspected, if you blend as you go, it's very subtle, but I think you can see this side is a little bit softer on the edges, just around the outer part than this one. But again, it's very subtle, so I think either way, if you want to blend as you're going. So now what I will do, if after watching this you decided that you wanted to try the Crease Piece, I do have a discount code for you. You can save 20% by using the code Staci20. I'll have all the information down below too, but it's STACI 20. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks that you'll like this one next.